Hey guys, welcome back to Hatchets Hooch. I am Matt, and this is Hatchet.
Wrong.
Oh, switch that.
Yeah,
I'm
reverse
Hatchet.
it.
This is Matt.
Right.
What's happening, man?
Not much, man. Getting some drinking on.
Down at Club Herman again.
Again.
Because Club Herman has the best bourbons in the world.
They do. They also have the largest selection of alcohol in any home bar in Hickory.
Probably so. That's probably true.
I'm not going to say that for sure, though, because I've not seen other home bars. I've just seen ours, and it's pretty freaking amazing.
Good. Yeah. All right, so today's a good day, man.
It's a very good day.
It is. We have some Eagle Rare. Now, the rest of y'all be like, huh, Eagle Rare is just kind of commonplace. But here in North Carolina, it's not. Any Buffalo Trace products don't exist here in North Carolina. It's so hard to find them.
It's another one of those unicorns. We've been talking about unicorns here
sure
and it's a unicorn.
And here's the thing, like South Carolina, you have a person who owns the liquor store, and they can kind of get stuff where they want to. Southern Spirits, Keith, he goes to Kentucky once a year and picks out barrels from different places and has store barrels come to them. That's so cool. North Carolina, our liquor stores are owned by the state. They don't care. They're all about the money. They don't care what we have in there. So to find a Buffalo Trace product in our liquor stores is very rare, just like the Eagle Rare.
The Eagle Rare.
Now, from my understanding, Buffalo Trace has their own Buffalo Trace brand of bourbon. It's usually aged 3 to 4 years. When left in the barrel for 10 years, you get Eagle Rare.
Why would it not be Buffalo Rare? If it's Buffalo Trace and then you're gonna make a rare Buffalo Trace, why would it not be Buffalo
I'm gonna
Rare?
tell you. When I was in Colorado, I had a buffalo taco, and the meat was a little rare, and it was good. So that was a rare buffalo. So
because I guess you can get a rare buffalo.
Sure, definitely.
So that's probably why. You can't get, however, a rare eagle.
No,
you can't own one of those. You can't
Any kind of poultry, you have to cook it straight through.
Exactly. You can't have a rare eagle.
All right, so 10 years age, Matt. What have you had that's older than 10 years in a bourbon?
Never.
No, I don't know that there's any that we've had on the show here. Really.
A 10-year, I mean, just think about 10 years. Like, what, that's amazing that something's sit in a barrel that long.
Right.
In the heart of some warehouse.
in Kentucky. Yeah, Frankfort, Kentucky.
Wow.
That's saying something. 10 years is a long time to let a liquor mature.
It is. I would like to find several other expensive things sitting in the middle of a warehouse for 10 years that I could just have.
Sure. Now 10 years is just a blink of an eye when you talk about scotches. Now I was reading an article the other day, McLean's, whatever, it has a 72-year-old coming out. $60,000 a bottle. Yeah. So, in that retrospect, but when we're talking about American bourbons, 10 years is about the top of the game there.
Yeah.
You don't get a whole lot more unless you go to Pappy, which could go up to 40 years. But 10 years is exciting. Now, this is my second bottle of Eagle Rare.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, lucky me.
Some of us don't get the fancy stuff so much.
I was lucky, and I found it in the liquor store twice. It was 2 different liquor stores, and I picked up a bottle each, $30. That's not bad. That's a maker's mark.
That's impressive. I would have expected a lot higher price tag.
For a 10-year bourbon.
Yeah.
What you would pay for maker's mark, or even 1712.
Yeah.
As a local North Carolina bourbon. The price point's not bad for a 10-year bourbon. So, let's open this bad boy up. Eagle Rare is pretty commonplace in a lot of y'all's liquor stores, but not for us. So, hopefully y'all have a lot of commenting to do on this one. Has a fancy tin.
Metal
Yeah.
top there.
You can see just how rich that color is.
It's very dark. Very dark.
And that's what 10 years will get you in an American oak barrel.
That's true.
What's the proof on this, Matt?
Let me read it.
45%, which is
90 proof.
90 proof. Which is not bad. Now, we had some Taylor, which was 100 proof, bottled in bond.
Oh.
Yeah. 90 proof is not far behind.
It's really not.
Now, up until about 2 years ago, this was a single barrel. Every Eagle Rare was single barrel aged 10 years. They've taken the single barrel off. Now, I don't know what the deal for that is. maybe production-wise or whatever had to happen. But look at the color of this Eagle Rare.
It's very dark.
That's not an amber. That is a dark. I mean, it's to a brown.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Are you excited, Matt? Eagle Rare is awesome.
I'm giddy.
Oh, just smell it. So much robust smell there. It's bold, like a.
Yeah. God bless. That smells amazing.
Yeah.
For $30.
Yes, $30.
For $30, that
$30,
smells
yeah.
so good.
It has so much of the barrel because it's, you know, in the wintertime and the summertime that extracts in and out of the charcoal and the side of the wood and back and forth. It really gives that color deep, a dark color, and then you get the flavors that come from it.
Oak. There's also the sweet notes. The sweet tones are there.
Yes.
The alcohol is pretty prevalent. The alcohol smell is pretty prevalent on the very front there.
But not as strong as some others that we've had that's even a lower proof, 80 proof.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, it's... When you talk about bourbons, and we like to say Woodford Reserve is a great all-around bourbon. It has all the flavors that you're looking for and the smells. Eagle Rare has the same type of smells.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's more bold.
Right. Well,
than a Woodford. But it's aged longer.
It's aged a lot longer.
Ah, yes. Let's try it. The heat is there. But it's a smaller heat. It's not pungent heat. It's a good heat.
There's a good amount of heat. There is a good amount of heat, but it doesn't overpower everything else. I don't get that. I don't have a citrus like I did on that Taylor. The Taylor had a lot of citrus to it.
Yes. This is more of a barrel.
It's oak. It's charred. It's charcoal char, smoky richness.
Yes.
And
there's not a thing wrong with that. I love it. I love the citrus and the apricot flavors that we get from some stuff, but I really like smoked meats and I love smoked liquor. It's really good. And you would think I would like scotches.
Put another in there. That's too good. That's fine.
You can handle it. Eagle Rare is a good all-around bourbon like Woodford is. For the same price point as Woodford Reserve, you're getting a more robust, more bold, as where the Woodford Reserve is not quite, and it's a little lighter colored, but the flavors are all there.
So what does it say?
Well,
we usually don't. Sometimes we read the bottles. This looks like a good. Just reading the very first line kind of makes you want to read it. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, the cornerstones of the birth of a nation, epitomized by the American bald eagle. That nation has come to represent the freedom, spirit, and independence of the individual, giving the world products and innovations that are uniquely its own. One such innovation was Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Early Kentucky settlers created bourbon, the true American spirit, in the late 1700s. By practice and protected by law, no other distilled spirit adheres to standards as strict as those established for Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, and few other whiskeys can offer even a glimpse of the great whiskey making found in Eagle Rare. Eagle Rare 10-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey has a sweet oaky note and full, complex body reminiscent of a fine port wine. This rare whiskey is best served neat or over ice. Feel free to drink Eagle Rare in such classic cocktails as a Manhattan or whiskey sour. So the first part of that is kind of, I mean,
patriotic.
It really is, but it's good. This is good stuff.
It is good stuff. The flavors, to me, when I first drank my first bottle, I don't feel like it was as good as this one. My first bottle, it was very smooth. The flavors were there, but they were kind of mute.
I wonder if that's why they took off single barrel.
It could be. I mean, you know, when you get a single barrel, it varies from barrel to barrel of what the flavors are, and some are better than others. And that's like John Boy was saying. Some people pay thousands of dollars from a bottle that was come from this barrel because that barrel is known to be good.
But you can meld your flavors into something completely different when you mix.
When you mix all the barrels together.
Mix the barrels together.
Yeah, you're gonna get some good barrels and some bad barrels. None of it's bad. I mean, it's all bourbon and it's good, but some of it was, you know, my last bottle was a little more mute. This seems to be more flavorful.
Yeah.
Let's try it with the ice. Wow. Now there's the citrus.
There it is.
There's that citrus.
Yeah, I smell some citrus there definitely for sure. The sweetness is more abundant. The oak is still very prevalent, but it's not as punchy.
Right. Yeah. The color, don't let it fool you. The smell of the oak is not as much as it was.
And it's not. And the sweetness is a lot higher ramped. It's like a brown sugar or something now.
Yes.
It's not as dull as a molasses.
Right. It's not got the bitterness that a molasses has. It has the brown sugar.
It actually
dark brown sugar.
Yeah. It's got the smell of a dark brown sugar.
Yeah. Definitely. Which is wonderful. There's not a better $30 bottle. Man, that's good. It has no heat at all.
None.
90 proof and no heat at all, which is a big deal for me. I like that.
I do taste some citrus. I also taste the citrus. I taste a little bit of fruit and sort of some zest. There's a little bit of bitter, but there's also like almost a fruity floral flavor too.
Floral is a good way to describe it. But it's like you said, it's a little.
It's faint.
It's very faint.
It's not a. Without having tasted a bunch of other bourbons, you might not even really know how to describe that.
For me, there's a lot of the smoky flavor comes through, the barrel flavor comes through, the oakness. For me, this is a very bold and robust oak woody bourbon. That's completely fine with me. There's a little bit of that citrus, like you said, but not a lot of sweetness. I like the Eagle Rare.
The sweetness is in the scent, not so much in the flavor.
Sure.
It does have flavor notes that would maybe slightly mimic the molasses.
Yeah.
Because
that brown sugar though, the smell on it was so good.
Yeah, it smelled like brown sugar. Yeah. The flavor is more molasses because it is a little bit bitter. The oak is very prevalent. The char is very prevalent.
This would be a good one to pair with a cigar. Even though I don't smoke, you could really put a cigar in that.
I don't either, but I could see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, that would pair good with a big old hunk of steak, man. That's what I'm saying. Like that's a big old hunk of meat right there.
Fire grilled steak, man. Yes.
Over some. Yeah.
You got that right. Definitely.
That's it.
And as I've told these boys before, I think I found my niche. Raw oysters and bourbon go so good together, and I believe this one would work too. Yes.
No, I can't get on board with that. I'm not a seafood person, and I'm sure as hell not a shellfish person. Even if I was a seafood person, I ain't eating no damn raw oysters.
Look at here. You get a good bourbon buzz going, and then eat some raw oysters with some Tabasco. Nothing better in this world.
No.
So
Have some.
Are we gonna mix this Eagle Rare?
No, we're not.
The bottle says it'd make a good Manhattan or a whiskey sour.
Why would you want to though?
There's many other things that you could make a good whiskey.
I'm gonna say something. For those of you that are watching this video that are in a location where this is a prevalent, something that you see on your liquor store shelves all the time, feel free. Mix it. It's $30. Okay.
Sure.
For us here in North Carolina, down here in Catawba County, we don't see this.
Mm-hmm.
This is not something that should be mixed. in our area because we can't get it. You can't replace it. You can't replace it quickly. So with that said, this bottle is not going to be mixed. It should, and if it's mixed, it's going to be mixed by somebody that don't know what they're doing.
Right.
Because the flavor profile is really, really good.
Very good.
It's not overly sweet. It's not overly woodsy. It's not. I mean, it's really balanced. It's very well balanced.
It is very balanced. It's got. I don't know this. I would say it's more smoky and woodsy than it is anything. So very well balanced. I don't agree with that, but I do like it.
I think it has just enough sweetness to make it balanced in my world.
Right. I got you.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, maybe it's not the perfect. Because let's just be honest here. We haven't had the perfect bourbon yet. We've had very close. We've not had a perfect balance all the way around with
and
sweetness.
That's different for everybody.
Exactly,
too.
and it's gonna come by taste. But I have not personally tasted the perfect balance between sweet and getting some oak and maybe some citrus or some fruit. I've not had a perfectly balanced thing. However, the sweet tones alongside the oak, the char, the molasses, everything. There's a lot going on in this $30 bottle. Is it being that we can't get it? I don't see this being a mixer.
No, not at all. Even if you do have it in your store, you're gonna mix it and it's gonna be good. But you're going to drink it over ice and it's going to be great.
Right.
So, would you rather have a good drink or a great drink?
Exactly.
To me, I would rather put ice on it. So, we're not going to mix it.
We're not going to mix it.
Now, $30, is it worth the price point?
Yes, it is.
Very well worth it.
This is I don't know. That's just good stuff.
Very well worth $30. I mean, you pay $30 for makers, pay $30 for local stuff. This here is aged 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, something that's been, mature for 10 years, $30, it's well worth the money.
Exactly. And that's they've invested the time, you can invest $30.
Sure.
I mean, think about how long that had to sit there. Like you think about we see all these new local distilleries that are popping up and
they've got maybe 12 months.
Right. The most that they're doing aging is a year.
Yeah. And then they're barely getting the 2 years, like our local Conover over here, 1712. They're just now getting a 2-year bourbon out.
Exactly. For, $30, guys. Go if you can find it in your area, pick up a bottle and try it because it's really good.
Yeah, Eagle Rare is, and it's known across the bourbon world as a great mid-shelf bourbon. Everybody likes it. 10 years, you can't go bad. $30, man. I mean, it's not that bad. No. It's not bad at all. So
I've spent way more on way less quality.
Sure, yeah,
so,
definitely. Get out there, find you some Eagle Rare, try it, let us know what you think in the comments. Matt, you got anything to add?
No.
Eagle Rare is nice. It's a nice smoky bourbon. So 2 thumbs up from the Hatchets Hooch. 4 thumbs up from Hatchets Hooch. All right, like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments about Eagle Rare or how you like to mix it. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Maybe a little, but let us know how you like to mix it. What do you mix it with? All right, like and subscribe.